Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are Southwest.
Turn the page, put it behind you, and move on. Right on into May. It's a new month and a new series for your Rangers. In town for the weekend are the West champion Oakland A's, who have had their own struggles. Colby Lewis gets things underway as the Rangers and A's meet next on Fox Sports Southwest. Texas Rangers baseball is presented by AT Uber TV. Well, we have indeed flipped the calendar month. It is now May officially in North Texas, and that means your Rangers get to start all over again. They are facing, however, an old foe as the Oakland A's come to town for the first of three. And welcome in, everyone, along with Tom Greaves, Steve Busby. Glad you could join us for this Friday night of Ranger baseball. Rangers looking to get out of the hole they dug for themselves early, and they're going to turn to their veteran right-hander, Colby Lewis, to help them tonight.
They're going to do that, Buzz, and Colby pretty much has pitched this year exactly the way you would expect and hope him to pitch. He's had 4 starts. He's averaged 6 innings per start. His ERA is under 4. He's pitched well in his last 3 starts against Oakland. He's 2-0. Early in the season, in his first start against Oakland, he pitched 6 innings, only gave up 1 run. That was his 1 win of the season. So Colby will be trying to get the Rangers off to a good start in May with a nice performance tonight against the A's.
Colby trying to help the ball club snap their 3-game losing streak, get back on the winning track here at home, and certainly Oakland, as we have mentioned, struggling just a bit. So Rangers trying to take advantage of that bad downturn for Oakland. Well, Leonis Martin and company getting set to take the field. We'll be back with the starting lineup for the first pitch right after this. Is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. The EcoBoost Challenge is on at your Texas Ford dealer. Get to your best in Texas Ford dealer today. By AT&T UVerse TV. UVerse has more live TV channels on the go than cable. And by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Well, the weather's certainly cooperating tonight. A beautiful evening here at Globe Life Park. Gentle breezes, bright blue skies. And let's head down to the field. Check in with Emily Jones. Em?
Well, Buzz, as you well know, the clubhouse opens to the media about 3.5 hours before game time. And when we went into the Rangers clubhouse this afternoon, there was a lot of sweaty Texas Rangers, meaning that a lot of guys came in early for early BP, which is encouraging to this team's manager.
We can close the book on April, measurably below average where we would wanted to finish up in April. But yeah, it's nice to close a book on it, and you know, we can look at it as getting a fresh start. And I know these guys feel that way, and they look at it that way. And it's you know, hey, change the calendar, change our prospects also.
So they come off the off day, come in early today, get in that early work. A lot of the big name guys, Adrian Beltre, Elvis Andrus, Shin-Soo Choo, all out here getting in some early work. Hopefully it will translate into some results here tonight, fellas.
All right, Em, thank you. Well, Colby Lewis to the hill, and Tom's going to tell you about the Amica starting lineup that Colby will face tonight.
He's going to face the Oakland A's, who will lead off Sam Fuld tonight in center field. Marcus Semien bats second, the shortstop. Stephen Vogt in the third spot in the lineup. Billy Butler, the DH, is fourth. Ike Davis will bat fifth and play first. Josh Reddick, pretty hot right now. 500 in his last 8 games, as a matter of fact. He plays right field. Brett Lowry, the third baseman, is seventh. Mark Canha in left field bats eighth. And batting ninth is the second baseman, Eric Sogard.
Well, Colby Lewis, the 35-year-old right-hander from Bakersfield, 1-2 in 4 starts this year, although he has pitched better than those numbers would tell you. He is the rock of the Rangers pitching staff. That means he is the guy they rely on when they're trying to bust out of a losing streak the way they are here tonight. Fastball slider combination, he will change speeds with it, and if his fastball command is good, he gets a lot of outs with that good slider to right-handed hitters in particular. And starting things off against the left-handed hitting Sam Fuld, he has fallen behind 2 balls and no strikes. Fuld, a .244 average, no home runs, 5 driven in. And Colby missing inside, so he's fallen behind now. 3 balls and no strikes. 78 degrees on a beautiful evening here in North Texas. Gentle breeze drifting in from right center field. There's a strike. Wind of maybe 5-6 miles an hour. Just enough to stir the air here at Globe Life Park. 3-1 pitch. Chopper down to first, and Blanks surrounds that with his big body and keeps it near the bag. Out number 1. We'll take a look at the rest of the Rangers defense, and it's brought to you tonight by Fred Loya Insurance. Outfield this evening, Smolitsky and left, Martin in center. Nice to see Shin-Soo Choo back in right field. You saw Blanks at first base, Rougned Odor, Elvis Andrus up the middle, Adrian Beltre at the hot corner, Robinson Chirinos, he is catching for Colby Lewis. Here's the shortstop, Marcus Semien. Semien coming over from the Chicago White Sox, where he was kind of in no man's land. Didn't really have a position over there to play. And you saw him a lot at second base, I believe it was last year when he did play. There's Alexei Ramirez, one of the better shortstops in baseball, had his position blocked. Well, Semien coming over here to the A's. He has played every game and every inning at shortstop for the A's this year. Shoots that one just foul down the right field line. He'll come back and try it with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think that trade is going to turn out to be a good trade for Oakland. Semien is only 24 years old, and he looks to be a solid defensive player. We saw him early in the season for 4 games. He has a nice arm from shortstop. He's hitting very well, sitting in the 280s. They weren't going to be able to keep Jeff Samardzija anyway, and so to get other players and a starting shortstop could turn out to be a nice trade. Looks like a pretty good player.
They certainly, you mentioned the good defense, Tom. They upgraded at shortstop from Lowry last year.
Yeah.
And Lowry wasn't bad. He just didn't have nearly the range that that Semien has displayed.
No, Lowry was pretty much an offensive shortstop, make the routine plays. But Semien looks like a real defensive shortstop. Not that Lowry's not a real shortstop. He was definitely real. But defense was not his strong suit. He was adequate at shortstop, I guess you'd say.
Semien has chipped in 3 home runs already. Got him swinging, Colby. With a slider that was up about cap high. Semien couldn't lay off it. Dan Colby gets strikeout number 1. Here's that backup slider for you.
It's when you see it spin and you kind of assume it's going to break down and away from you, and that one just spins like a slider and actually looks more like a fastball with below average fastball speed, but it's pretty straight.
Very rare you see the pitcher mad about the pitch he threw, the hitter mad about the same pitch that he swung through.
At least the fans were happy.
That's right. Well, here's Stephen Vogt, who is really swinging a hot bat. 348 average, 15 RBI, and he is still looking for his first career hit against Colby Lewis. 0 for 8. And Colby pours in strike 1.
We saw him quite a bit last year, and he swung the bat well against the Rangers. This guy can hit. And he's in a good spot now because they kind of cleared the way for him to be the regular catcher. He's taking advantage of that through April.
Breaking ball hangs high to him, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Now that the Athletics have gotten Josh Reddick back in their lineup, a little more pop in there. Shin-Soo Choo moving over to his right, camps underneath that fly ball, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Colby Lewis and the Rangers. Hayes gone after a half inning. Hayes nothing. Rangers coming up. We'll tell you about the Southwest Airlines Texas Rangers starting lineup.
Leonis Martin in the leadoff spot, followed by Elvis Andrus and Prince Fielder. Prince is DHing tonight. Adrian Beltre at third base bats fourth. Kyle Blanks gets another start at first base. He'll bat fifth. Shin-Soo Choo back in right field in the 6th slot. Robinson Chirinos, the catcher, is 7th. Jake Smolinski in left field will hit 8th. And batting 9th at second base, Rubned Odor.
This Ranger offense trying to get things untracked, and they have a tough customer on the hill. They're facing 31-year-old left-hander Scott Kazmir. Kazmir, the product of Houston area, Cypress Falls High School. 2-0 in 4 starts this year, a 0.99 ERA. And this is as well as he has pitched since he has gotten himself back to the major leagues. He has had pretty good run support. And the defense, as bad as it's been for the rest of the club, behind him has been pretty good. He has not given up an unearned run this year. The bullpen has cost him at least 1 win. He left leading a couple of ball games, and the bullpen couldn't hold. Leonis Martin The count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Leonis at 236, a home run, and 7 RBI. Pounds that one by the first baseman Davis and into right field. Leonis Martin aboard to start off the Rangers' month of May.
It looked like he got a hanging slider right on the inside half of the plate. Ripped it past Ike Davis. You've seen Ike Davis play pretty nice first base against the Rangers early in the season. It was a great pitch to hit right down the middle of the plate. Leonis hit it on the ground but found a hole with it.
Well, Leonis aboard to start off this ball game. Now Elvis Andrus steps up. With that base hit, by the way, Leonis now a 6-game hitting streak. And that ties him with the man at the plate who has a current 6-game hitting streak. Elvis up at 230 now with a home run and 6 RBI. A lot of at-bats against Scott Kazmir over the years. 9 for 34 for Elvis. And Kazmir pumping in strike 1. That 6-game hitting streak. Elvis 8 for 23. That's a 348 mark. Martin, a pretty good lead at first. And the pitch inside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Now, this is a combination that we saw an awful lot at times last year when Leonis would lead off and Elvis pretty much a fixture in that number 2 slot. A lot of offensive possibilities for the Rangers when these guys get going. There goes Martin. The pitch is popped up. Second baseman Sogard angling out toward the line. 1 gone. Back to first is Leonis, and Prince Fielder now will step in. That gives us a chance to look at our Kubota power stats for tonight. Scott Kazmir. Go back to April the 8th against the Rangers. He shut them out on just 1 hit through 7 innings. 10 strikeouts and only 2 walks. Only 10-plus strikeout game for Oakland this season. And Scott Kazmir with a history against the Rangers that goes back to his time in Tampa Bay. 10-5 in his career against the Rangers. And an ERA of just over 3.12.
Yeah, I kind of agree with what you said earlier, Buzz, that he's probably better right now than he ever has been. And that's a guy that was out of the major leagues and pitching independently around Houston and not pitching that well. You have to think it went through his mind that he might not see this kind of success again in the big leagues.
Sure.
But to his credit, he came back, got the opportunity, and he was an all-star last year, won 15 games. Headed in that direction right now after a great April.
Prince Fielder just standing there. Lets that pitch pass by for ball 1. Prince Fielder finished the month of April with a .333 average. He's the only Ranger hitter in double figures in RBI with 10. 1-0 pitch to him. That will even things up. Yeah, that year you were talking about, Tom, in 2012, pitching for Sugarland. And Kazmir had been released by the Angels and really had to do a lot of soul searching. Figure out if he really wanted to put the effort in to try and get back to the big leagues. That's outside, 2-1. He did, and it proved successful. The Cleveland Indians signed him. Won 10 ball games in 19 decisions for the Tribe in 2013, and then with Oakland last year, 15-9. 2-1 pitch. Softly to right field. Reddick coming on and drops the ball. It goes down by his feet. The throw to second, and Leonis Martin will be out on a force play. Reddick misread it initially and thought the ball was hit a little bit harder than had to put on a burst of speed. The ball popped out of his glove, but he turns it into an out.
Yeah, Reddick's a very good right fielder. Prince looked like he launched that one, but he must have hit it off the end of the bat. It didn't go anywhere. Reddick clanks it off his glove, then throws a short hop into Simeon, who scoops the ball and got the out at second base. There's nothing you can do if you're on first base like Martin was, because if you go too far and he catches that ball, he just lobs it to first base and you're out.
Well, that is out number 2, and now fielder at first, Adrian Beltre. Steps to the plate against Kazmir. He pounds one to right center field, but Full has a bead drawn on it and makes the catch. The Rangers hit the ball hard a couple of times, but leave a runner stranded on a base hit. We'll go to the second inning here in Arlington. Rangers nothing and A's nothing. A young man enjoying Ranger baseball here this evening. Got his glove handy and following Tom Greaves' instructions. Always prepared just in case.
Got to be.
Here's Billy Butler to start things off, the DH for the A's. Butler off to a pretty good start, a .287 average, 3 home runs, a dozen driven in. Hammers this one down the left field line. It's hooking and foul.
Whoa.
And not by much. Third base umpire Jerry Meals immediately throwing up that left hand and signaling foul. Well, Colby with a new ball, and fortunately the same hitter at the plate. Now the 0-2.
I think Butler had to be a little bit surprised to see that good of a pitch to hit 0-2. Kobe was trying to get that ball way inside. And he got the middle of the plate, trying to come back inside, and at the middle of the plate again. Butler missed both of them.
Well, that's, I guess, the kind of thing that happens when you're 0 for last 11, huh?
3 and 4 are right on top of each other in the middle of the plate. This goes to show you how hard it is to hit a big league pitch, no matter where it is.
Got him swinging.
Then you had to hit that one.
Good slider down and away. There's strikeout number 2. And as Ike Davis comes up, let's welcome in Jim Knox. Jim?
All right, Buzz, nice crowd here at Globe Life Park. And speaking of Globe Life Park, you know the Texas Rangers and Globe Life Park grant program from baseball and softball teams are underway. Here's Chris McCoy with more.
Well, the grant provided a little bit of vision and excitement within our program. Softball all the way to baseball. We got 7 fields. We started with 1. We got a vision to improve the whole park in the future. So it's just inspired a lot of people that there's other support out there that can help us.
There you go. With more, log on to TexasRangers.com and check this out. AJ's 4th birthday. You got anything to say, Big AJ?
Let's go Rangers!
Way to go, AJ. Happy birthday, big guy.
Nice going, Knoxie. He takes instruction well. Mike Davis at the plate, and the appeal down to Jerry Meals. He said, nope, no swing. So the count moves to 2-1. Mike Davis off to a 3-14 start with the A's. A home run, 9 driven in. And he's ahead of the count now, 3-1. Davis brought in to shore up that first base position. The A's have had kind of a revolving door there for the last several years. Up the middle off of Colby, but right there is Elvis behind the bag. I don't know whether they got a piece of Colby or a piece of the pitching mound.
I couldn't tell either. Definitely, either it wasn't hit very well or it hit something and slowed down. But Elvis, it looked like it was going up the middle. Elvis had no problem getting over to his left to catch the ball.
Turned into a relatively simple play for Elvis.
What did that hit? His foot?
Looked like he got his cleats, yeah. Skate save.
All right.
Go down as a 1-6-3 put out. No, 2 away. Here is Josh Reddick.
Yeah, because he hit it pretty well. There it is, right
perfect.
off the heel.
Great camera work, guys.
Wow. That saved a base hit and didn't hurt his foot.
And put a little nick in the ball so he could get a little extra movement on it.
Yeah, just what Kyle Banks wanted to see.
No balls and 2 strikes to Josh Reddick. Reddick at 368 for the year. He has gone 5 for 17 in the previous matchups against Colby Lewis. 2 home runs for Reddick and 12 RBI. Remember, Reddick began the season on the DL. We didn't see him in that first series. He wanted to rehab himself, get back into the lineup. He did shortly after the Rangers left Oakland after that 4-game series. Rangers and Oakland split those 4 games. They were 4 markedly different games. The game that Colby pitched, which was the second game of the season, the Rangers ended up winning 3-1. And that was by far the lowest scoring game of the 4. Rangers had 10 runs in a game that they won, the last game of the series. Oakland had 8 runs and 10 runs in their 2 wins. Both of those were shutouts. 3-2 now to Reddick. Reddick trying to keep his second inning alive for the A's. He gets aboard Brett Lowry. He was waiting in. Lines out. That's probably one of those at-bats where after you get to a hitter's count, not terribly upset to lose Reddick on a walk. You'd rather not walk somebody with 2 outs, but with the right-hander in Brett Lowry coming up afterwards, scoreless game, you don't mind facing him with the man on.
Oh, and Reddick has been hot, so he would be one guy if you walked him you wouldn't feel that badly about.
Lowry steps in, batting at .229. Now Lowry, one of the 6 A's hitters that has double-digit, I should say, RBI. Good look at the left field foul ball. Beautiful evening here at Globe Life Park. Rangers, as we mentioned, just 1 hitter with 10, and that is Prince Fielder. And Oakland, 6 hitters with 10 or more, tied for the most in Major League Baseball. Reddick, a little calling card from Colby. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Colby maybe in one of those little downturns command-wise. He just has lost it for the last few pitches. Two and one.
Well, the A's have had some pitches to hit. and they fouled most of them off. They're not really swinging the bats that well recently. Lowry a little bit prone to the strikeout. He's in the top 10 with 27 strikeouts. Only walked 3 times, so a little bit of an overly aggressive hitter at times.
Lately, he's been a little better as far as producing runs. Well, he had a hanger to work with there and fouled it back. 2-2 the count. Colby around ready to throw his 36th pitch. Has the sign he wants. Got him swinging. Got that slider down in a good spot, and Colby gets a pair of strikeouts in the second inning. A's strand a runner on a walk. 1.5 in the books. No score in Arlington. Rangers baseball on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealer. The EcoBoost Challenge is on at your Texas Ford dealer. Get to your best in Texas Ford dealer today. Now, Kyle Blanks will start things off for the Rangers here in the second. Scoreless ball game, and Blanks takes outside. Kyle getting his second start in a Ranger uniform. Called up prior to Wednesday's game to replace the injured Mitch Moreland. Kyle went 0 for 3 in that first game. Speaking of Mitch, saw Mitch walk through the clubhouse today. He had a little Band-Aid on his elbow. He said he was ready to go. It's good to see him around. It's going to be the full 15 days before he's ready to get back. There's Mitch. A little compression sleeve on that left elbow. 2-1, the count to Blanks. Blanks, a former Oakland Athletic. Fouled out of play. Also, the former San Diego Padres, Kyle Blanks.
The most at bats that Kyle's had with the Padres was 280 in 2013. And he's been in the big leagues parts of 4 or 5 years. But, you know, for a guy that's been around a little bit, Blanks been around a little bit. He's been on 28 years old now, upper 20s. You want to get that regular playing time, but you're in the position where to get it, you have to produce. And so for him to get regular playing time now.
That is deep down the left field line. If it's fair, it is gone. Goodbye.
That's what you have to do, Buzz. You keep doing that, you get some playing time.
Kyle Blanks' his first Texas Ranger home run, and the Rangers lead it 1-0.
Kazmir has a nice combination of fastball changeup. That looked like a changeup that Kyle was able to wait on. Kazmir might not have his normal velocity, might be down a tick. Let's see if that was a changeup.
Yep.
It's hard to tell, but the way he swings at it, it looks like a changeup. And he was able to keep it fair. So nice way to get on the board for Kyle.
Real speed. Yeah, that was a changeup that down and in is typically not a good spot for a changeup.
Yeah, you can be fooled and still get the bat on it.
Yeah. And as strong as Blank says, all he has to do is reach out and flip the head of that bat.
That's all he did. Just got it on the good part of the bat and shot it out of here about 390 feet.
Well, the Rangers now with 14 home runs as a team this year. 363 feet, the estimate here at Globe Life Park for that home run. Shin-Soo Choo down on the count, 0-2, gets straightened up by a Kazmir fastball. Choo back in the lineup after taking a couple of days off to get some extra work in with Dave Magadan. Didn't really want to do it. He has gone on strikes. First strikeout for Kazmir, one away, and Robinson Chirinos coming up. Robinson Chirinos, a 163 average. And he hits one hard to left field. Going back is Canna, and he makes the catch in the gap. That ball kind of got out there and died a little bit. I thought Robinson might have hit it better than that.
I thought he hit it pretty good too. He hit it on a line. Might have needed a little more elevation to get it over Canna's head. And Canna looked like he's playing pretty deep out there too. I thought he was going to have to go back more than he did to catch that ball. No, maybe he hit a little bit off the end of the bat too, it looked like. I think that's what it was, Bryce.
Pitcher's best friend, the end of the bat.
The end of the bat. You can hit that all day long, you're going to be in business.
Now Jake Smolinski with the bases empty and 2 away. Jake at 122 with the average. He has a home run, 3 driven in. One ball and 1 strike. Jake, despite the .333 is average, over 9 ball games against Oakland. The 1-1 from Kazmir. Another one off the end of the bat. And Lowry across the diamond. That'll do it. But Kyle Blanks leads off the Rangers second with his first Texas Ranger home run into the left field bleachers. Thanks to that swing, the Rangers take a 1-0 lead as we head to the 3rd inning. race with his first Inter-Ranger uniform. 1-0 Texas as Mark Canha starts off in the third inning. Kyle Blanks his first major league hit for the Rangers, period. Canha, 279. Makes that strike on the outside corner. And it's 0-2. Colby back to him. Couldn't get him to offer at the slider. Canha, a rookie from Central California. He was acquired from Colorado for Austin House this past December. Got him swinging. Colby crossing him up, I think, and that's his fourth strikeout of the night. Canha retired before Eric Sogard comes in. Let's send it over to Dana Larson for a Mazda game break. All right, Dana, thank you. I guess the question for the Orioles would be, do they have more people there than they had at Camden Yards?
I hope so.
Tampa Bay has difficulty drawing large crowds anyway, and without a scheduled game, I wonder how they're doing as far as folks filling up the seats. Eric Sogard up there, the number 9 man, a .238 average. Shoots one by Beltre to left field for a 1-out single. Well, the first hit of the night against Colby Lewis, and he will take the A's back to the top of the order for Sam Fuld. Sogard exploiting the fact that Beltre had to play up, respecting his speed.
He slapped that high breaking ball to the left side of the infield and was able to find a hole to do when he did it.
A 1-on, 1-out. Here is Fuld, who began things by grounding to first. And Colby altering his delivery to home plate, getting it there in a hurry, and he throws strike one. It's one thing Colby has done, I think, a better job of this year, kind of nullifying the opponent's running game. He's used the slide step better and varied the times that he stayed in the stretch. And it hasn't taken away from his ability to throw good strikes.
The A's have been perfect stealing bases. They're 13 for 13, haven't been thrown out yet.
Blanks holding the bag against Eric Sogard at first.
8 different guys have at least a stolen base for the A's.
Got him on the fist. Slow roller to Elvis. And they're only going to get one as Sogard is forced at second. Taking his place is Sam Fuld down there at first. And there are 2 outs with Marcus Semien coming up.
Well, the direction was perfect for a double play, but he didn't hit it hard enough. He hit it right off the handle. And it wasn't rolling very fast by the time it got to Elvis. Hit that ball right off the fist. And that's the best they could do, is get that one out. And just in case, Sogard came in aggressively to make sure there was no throw.
Well, here's Semien, who struck out his first time up there. Colby hits that inside corner for strike one. And Colby will drive Fuld back. Fuld has a couple of stolen bases. He was second on the club, tied for second with Sogard with 3. Excuse me, Semien with 3. And Fuld with a couple. Down the right field line. That's going to be trouble. It is a foul ball. That's twice now that Marcus Semien has hit a bullet down the right field line just to see it tail off at the last second and go foul.
Colby was struggling a little bit with his command when he walked Reddick. Since that time, 12 out of his last 14 pitches have been strikes. See how far that was foul. About a foot. Very close.
Well, no balls and 2 strikes the count as Colby sets. That's the age-old answer for a ball hit the other way hard by a hitter.
Yeah, so you want to reach out over the plate for my fastball, huh? Might have to reach for this slider if he decides to go in that direction.
Yeah. You got 2 choices now as a pitcher. You either come back up and in with a fastball or the slider down and away. And he couldn't get him to offer it that. That was really a good pitch.
Somehow he checked his swing.
Yeah.
He dropped the head of the bat straight down and kind of relaxed his wrists so that the bat wouldn't go through the strike zone. And I think he was successful doing it. Starts his swing. And then just stopped it just in time. That was close.
2-2 now the count. Got him swinging that time. Couldn't lay off back-to-back sliders, and Colby now has 5 strikeouts. We have finished 2.5 here in Arlington. It's the Rangers 1 and the A's nothing on Fox Sports Southwest. Fans, the first post-game concert of the season takes place right here tomorrow. That follows the game between the Rangers and A's. And come on out to Globe Life Park in Arlington and see Tracy Lawrence, presented by Budweiser. Tickets and passes to watch the show from the field are available at TexasRangers.com/concerts. Rougned Odor starting things off against Scott Kazmir. Odor fouling that first pitch down. Rougned a 147 average. 1 home run, 8 driven in. 7 at bats against Kazmir in his career, and Rougned has 1 hit in those 7 plate appearances. Kazmir about ready to throw his 29th pitch of the night. Simeon across the diamond, 1 gone. Well, that'll take the Rangers back to the top of the order for Leonis Martin. Martin started the ball game by singling sharply to right field. Rangers couldn't get anything going in that first inning, so he was eventually forced at second on a pop fly to right field, and that was the end of the Ranger first. 0-1. Kazmir, originally property of the New York Mets. He was the Baseball America High School Player of the Year his senior year in high school. Mets took him and made him the most talked about high school left-hander for decades. He was really highly touted. Went on to Tampa Bay in a huge deal that the Mets finally had something to pry him away from the Mets. And Tampa Bay sent Zambrano to New York for him.
Yeah, that was one of those trades that didn't look that great when the Mets made it. It turned out to be even worse after you could look back on it.
1-2 pitch.
I heard a roar. This is why.
No.
One-handed grab. Not the recommended way, but when you can play ball like that guy, you can go for the one-handed grab. Don't try this one at home, we would caution you.
Well, Leonis now has run the count full. He is trying to get aboard here with one out in the third inning. Kazmir with a payoff pitch. Got him swinging.
Boy, that's a hard one to lay off of. You get to 3 balls and 2 strikes. You're anticipating that a guy like Kazmir with pretty solid control is going to throw you a strike. Instead, he throws him a slider down and out of the strike zone. Looks like it would be the kind of pitch. How can you swing at that? Well, the circumstances around it make it pretty tough to lay off it.
Second strikeout for Kazmir tonight. 2 gone. Elvis Andrus, who popped out to second base. His first time up, takes low for ball 1. And that pitch off the outer edge. 2 balls and no strikes. Elvis with 1 home run, 6 RBI. He has been back and forth, second in the batting order, all the way down to 6th or 7th. Jeff Bannister trying to see what combinations will work the best throughout the first month, and didn't really stumble upon too many of them. It was a pretty rough month, as we've chronicled for you. But Jeff, ever the optimist, will come back and get things going anew here in May. Well, Elvis 0 for 2. Rangers go 0 for 3 in that third inning. After 3, it remains the Rangers 1, the A's nothing on Fox Sports Southwest. Nothing lead as Colby Lewis heads back to the mound, and joining us in the booth now for the middle couple of innings, the doctor of defense, here's Mark McLemore.
Hey.
Good to see you, Mac.
Good to see you guys. Nice day off yesterday. Beautiful weather.
What'd you do on your day off?
Nothing.
Nothing.
That was
what you're supposed to do on the off day.
That's exactly it. I was off. Nothing.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Laid around the house in my traditional garb.
There you go.
Shorts and a tank top, and that was about it.
Didn't answer the phone. Didn't read the email.
I really tried not to.
Fly ball to shallow right. Coming on is Chu, and he gets there in time to take that fly ball off the bat of Vogt for 1 out. Now let's head down and check in with Emily Jones. Em?
Well, guys, the Rangers' offensive struggles of late have been well documented, and Colby Lewis said as hard as it is for him not to think about that, it does creep into his mind every once in a while.
I feel like sometimes you might throw more pitches because you're thinking that maybe a base hit or a double or something like that can lead to a big inning, and when we aren't putting the runs up like we have been in the past, then I feel like I find myself nibbling a little bit more than I would.
So Colby, speaking very honestly, says that's not part of the game plan. That's not what he's trying to do, but it's human nature for that kind of stuff to creep in. Obviously, he's done a good job blocking that out tonight, guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point, too, that Colby makes and that you bring up, that it's almost impossible for that not to creep into your thinking. You know what the score is, and as a pitcher, you know if you've gotten run support or haven't. That's not something you dwell on a lot, but it's going to creep in there. And Billy Butler.
He's got Butler. Butler's going nuts after those two
really
at-bats.
confused.
First time up, he had two fastballs right down the middle that he fouled off after just missing a home run, and he missed the slider for strike 3. This time he waved at the slider and takes a fastball right down the middle for strike 3.
Right down Broadway.
That's called not guessing right.
Yeah, guessing wrong. That's what it's bad being a DH. All you got to do now for another 8 batters is sit there and think about it.
So very quickly, 2 outs. Here's Ike Davis. But back to what Colby was talking about, it's almost impossible not to think about that, especially when you fall behind a guy that has the ability to hit the ball out of the ballpark. We talked about Reddick. And Colby went from, I think it was 1 and 2 to 3 and 2. And you can kind of see the wheels turn. I can't throw a ball near the middle of the plate in a 1-run ball game. You can't do it.
Well, and that's not really being negative against the offense. The offense is struggling. You're just being real about it.
Yeah.
If you're having a hard time scoring, you can't feel comfortable about giving up 3 or 4 runs.
No, if you've got a team that's going to go out and score 4, 5, 6 runs, you're not necessarily going to nibble that much. You're going to go after guys, and if you give one up, you give one up.
Yeah, you're going to be saying don't walk anybody.
Now let's go and check in with Jim Knox. Jim?
Buzz, it is Arlington ISD night here. Something like 300 from Arlington ISD. Susan Johnston here to tell us about that.
Yes, we're very excited to celebrate ASD night here. We have students from Amos Elementary, we have some of our teachers of the year, and we have some of our employees and some giveaways that we did.
Oh, very good. Good to have you on hand. These guys having a good time. Check this out, Buzz and Tom. This guy already had some nacho standings on his shirt. He's going to town here.
Yeah. You got to take care of those nachos when you come to the ballpark, or you're not doing your job. A 1 on 2 out. Here's Josh Reddick. Reddick, as we mentioned, walked that first time up. 1 ball, 1 strike. And just to finish what we were talking about with Colby, and Colby is getting an average of 2.6 runs per 9 innings that he works, and that is 11th lowest in the American League. It's the lowest on the Rangers. Giovanni Gallardo is getting just a little bit more.
Yeah, so if you've got that going and your ERA is 3.75, which is a very solid ERA, you're giving up a run right there in differential every time you go out there.
To center field, Leonis Martin amble in to make the grab, and that'll do it. 2-out single, no damage. Ike Davis left stranded. After 3.5 in Arlington, Rangers 1 and the A's nothing on Fox Sports Southwest. Go for great deals or great inventory. Get amazing seats that are rarely available behind home plate for the May 29th and 30th games with the Boston Red Sox. Visit TexasRangers.com/treasure chest to check out the deals today. Prince Fielder settling in to begin the Ranger fourth inning. Middle of the order, Fielder, Beltre, and Blanks to face Scott Kazmir. 1 ball, no strikes. Fielder hit a little pop fly to shallow right field, and Reddick came in and dropped, but turned it into a force play at second. So Prince 0 for 1. Hits this one well to center field. Going back is full. He is looking up. Goodbye. A bullet on Greens Hill. 2-0 Texas.
That's probably the best ball that Prince has hit this year. He smoked that ball halfway up the hill in center field. His other home run was a changeup that he yanked to right field. That was a pitch out over the plate. He drove that 430 feet to dead center. All you had to do is look at Fuld in center field and know that one wasn't coming back.
Well, Prince with his second home run of the year. Rangers now have hit 2 out of the ballpark tonight. Yeah, he has been swinging the bat very well. Beltre is going to go up the middle. Sogard, a jump ball. Can't get it.
Wow, that would have been a play.
Yeah.
Great effort there.
Go back and take a look at that swing by Prince Fielder.
You got a pitch right near the center of the plate, and you hit it right near the center of the park.
There's that sound. Yep.
The Kazmir had only given up 1 home run coming into the game in 27 innings. He's given up 2 in 4 innings now to the Rangers.
And the man at the plate had the first one. That's Kyle Blanks. 0-1. Blanks got a changeup on the inner part of the plate and down. And he drove it 363 feet right down the left field line for the home run. Beltre at first. 0-2 now.
I've seen Kazmir occasionally when his fastball is more 92, 94-ish. Today it's right around 90. Down a tick velocity-wise.
Kazmir back to the plate. Got him swinging. There's one at 93.
Put a little extra on strike 3.
That is a post-home run fastball.
Yeah.
A couple things. Blanks hit the changeup out first time up, and after Prince Fielder hit the pitch out in this inning, I think Kazmir got a little hot under the collar. Shin-Soo Choo, a strikeout victim, his first time to the plate. Kazmir, by the way, has 3 strikeouts tonight. Beltre at first, 1 out. Rangers leading 2-0 here in the first game of this 3-game weekend series. 1-1. Shin-Soo Choo taking a couple of days off, and of course he had the off day yesterday too. Getting some extra work in with both Dave Magadan and Bobby Jones, the assistant head coach, trying to put it into practice in this game. And sometimes that trip from the batting cages to inside the white lines doesn't happen immediately, doesn't it?
No, it really doesn't, and definitely not the way that you want or when you want. It can be very tough to take what you do in the cage into a live game.
That ball's hit well to center field. Full, going back at the track. That ball is off the wall. Dropping at third is Beltre. Into second, Shin-Soo Choo, as he rifled one about halfway up the center field wall for a ringing double. Well, that's a good way to break down an 0 for 21.
It's a very good way to bring it from the cage into the game.
Well, the last time the Rangers faced Kazmir was on the 8th of April. He pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 hit, a couple of walks, and struck out 10. Not going quite that same way for him today. The Rangers have had some good pitches to hit. They've taken some good swings and put some numbers on the board. A couple of home runs and now a double. A chance to get some more right here. 1 out for Robinson with men on second and third.
And Chirinos will be up there with the infield pull all the way in. Or halfway in. Let's not say all the way in. Jew at second, Beltre at third. Chirinos flying to left field his first time to the plate. Rangers now with 5 hits tonight. 3 of them have gone for extra bases. Changeup floats in. 0-1. Robinson trying to increase that RBI total. Currently it's at 7. Kazmir working from the stretch. And that ball just did tick the elbow of Robinson Chirinos. And Stephen Vogt having a little chat very quickly with Paul Emmel, the home plate umpire.
Probably saying he didn't try to get out of the way, but you don't have to duck out of the way. You just can't lean into it. Let's see.
Yeah. He tried to get out of the way there.
He moved it back, didn't he?
Yeah, he tried to get out of the way.
Nothing you can say about that one.
Bob Bell went out to get an explanation, and Paul Emmel told him, probably what you guys were just talking about. He did make an attempt to get out of the way, so that will load the bases for Jake Smolinski. And the Rangers plunked by a pitch again. As a team,
the guy that was a master at that and wore the protection on his elbow was Jason Kendall. He used to have, he would, I don't know that he leaned into it. He might have occasionally, but he didn't try to get out of the way. He just stayed right there because he knew if it hit him in the elbow, it wasn't going to hurt anyway.
The Rangers, that's the 21st time they have been hit by a pitch this year. That is the most in Major League Baseball. Smolinski, a ground ball to third, his first time to the plate. Finds himself down in the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Jake, a 119 average. Love to contribute here. Rangers coming into play tonight, a 200 average with runners in scoring position. That was last in the American League. Kazmir checks the runners. Fouled out. Scott Kazmir has been a struggle for him tonight. Giving up 2 home runs. He is in hot water really for the first time. Bases loaded, just 1 out. 0-2 pitch to Smolinski. To right field, hit pretty well. That is deep enough to score Beltre. Reddick makes the catch. Beltre tags. He will score without a throw into third base. Shin-Soo Choo. And Jake Smolinski with his 4th RBI of the year gets an 8-3 Ranger lead.
Yeah, he didn't come up with a hit, but he got the job done, got the sacrifice fly, got the run in. Got another run over third base, so getting the job done is what you need to do. And that's tough at bat, 0-2, especially against a guy like Kazmir. He had a couple of pitches to waste if he wanted to, but tried to go with a strike. And Jake put it in play, got the RBI.
That probably is one of those locations, too. If you try and pull that ball, you run into a double play.
Right.
Just enough away from you to make it easy to roll over on.
Yeah, and against Kazmir like that, when you're down 0-2, he's got the pretty good changeup. if you're thinking pull, then you're going to kind of play into his hand if you did throw your changeup. Kazmir would probably like to go back and maybe not throw that 0-2 pitch right where he did, but hey, that's the way it goes.
Rougned Odor 0 for 1 with ground out tonight. Got Chu at third, Chirinos at first. To left field. Canna right there to make the grab. That'll do it. But Rangers get 2 across on 3 hits. They strand 2, and after 4, it's the Rangers 3 and the A's nothing.
Was a symbol of great base stealing. But today, I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
Mr. Modesty for you.
That's great.
Ricky Henderson, he was right. He was right.
He was definitely right about that.
Yeah, the greatest base stealer of all time. This day, 24 years ago, he broke Lou Brock's career record. 939 stolen bases, and Ricky would go on to steal about 400 more.
Mac, what made, obviously he could run, but what made him the best base stealer of all time?
2 things, I think. Number 1, he was fearless, and he was quick as all get out. He could just flat out go. He was at full speed, probably a second, no later than his 3rd step. And that's what you want to do. You want to be able to get into full stride as quickly as possible, and he did it better than anybody.
Would you say he was also one of the fastest guys, or were there guys faster than he was?
There were guys faster. He was just that much faster than everybody else. He wasn't, that much quicker than everybody else. He wasn't. There were a lot of guys that were faster, but my goodness, he was quick, and he took a humongous lead. I got a chance to play with him. At the end of his career, he came over to Seattle. And, I, of course, was trying to, pick his brain on base stealing. And he would just, it really seemed like he got out halfway to second base. And then would take 1 step back, and he's at first. And I said, how do you do that? Yeah. And basically what he showed us was that he would do like a skier. Instead of jumping or stepping, he just kind of shuffled, his feet, just slid his feet across the dirt. And 1 step back, and that was it. Didn't matter how big his lead was. You very rarely saw him go back sliding into first base. He would step back, and I just couldn't believe it.
He's going. Here comes the throw. He's got it.
Ended up with 1,406 stolen bases, Ricky Henderson.
They say Ricky was a really good football player in high school. I bet you he would have been a great NFL player.
Yes, definitely a great NFL
Wherever
player.
It was. Cornerback, running back, wide receiver, whatever it was. with those instincts you're talking about, that would have translated into football.
Incredible.
There was another thing, too, that was really frustrating. I only faced him a few times, but he got on and stole a base against me. You couldn't pick him off. You could not pick him off because even as big a lead as he had, his quickness got him back to the bag ahead of the throw.
Huh.
And he was really good at apparently reading moves and making the right choice.
Well, aren't most base stealers, Mac, afraid to get off that far, to take that big a lead?
Yeah, I think that's because they know they're going to get picked off. He was fearless. He didn't care if he got picked off. Oh, that's okay. I'll be back in a minute. And that was his thought process. I'm going to steal second. I'm going to steal third. And if you're not looking, not paying attention, I just might steal home.
Yeah,
I mean, that was just his thought process. And it was just amazing, the conversations, that he shared, not just with me, but with other teammates and even, opposing players. He just loved baseball, loved talking it, loved playing it, obviously, because even after he finished in the major leagues, he played some independent baseball because he loved it.
That's what I love about it. He played independent league baseball after he's a shoe-in and made all that money to go to the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
And when you do that, that's really putting your actions where the talk was about how much you love to play the game, because not many guys would go play independent league baseball after that
kind
career.
of career. No.
Well, 2 outs on strikeouts for Colby Lewis. And now Sogard to deep right center field. But that one's run down nicely by Leonis Martin. So a good 1-2-3 inning with 2 punch-outs for Colby Lewis. Halfway through the ballgame tonight, the Rangers 3, the A's nothing. Rangers baseball on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. And by the Mazda 6. J.D. Power has awarded the Mazda 6 highest ranked vehicle appeal among mid-sized cars. Can't ask for anything better than this weather-wise on May 1st or runs-wise. How about the Rangers leading 3-0?
What are they doing?
They were working on the mound a little bit. Apparently, Scott Kazmir had asked Paul Emmel, the home plate umpire, to have the grounds crew come out and do a little repair work on the mound. Don't know if there was too large a hole for Kazmir in front of the pitching rubber. You have that right to say, hey, this is throwing me off. Would you come out and fix this for me? Or whether it was where he landed, his landing foot. There's some chunks of clay flying up. Now, as to what we're waiting for here, I'm not really sure I can tell you.
Has the grounds crew already been out there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were out just a minute ago.
Well, he's definitely not going back to the mound.
No, he isn't.
What's he saying? I want more?
I don't know. and we'll get some folks on TV here as long as we've got a few moments. Well, a reminder that the post-game fireworks show has just been added to the promotion schedule, and that follows the game with the Red Sox on Friday, May 29th. Visit TexasRangers.com, or you can call 972-RANGERS to get your tickets today. Okay, we're still waiting for some more ground crew work of some type.
Well, the gate's opening up down the left field line. I'm not sure exactly what's going to be coming out of that gate.
Paul Emmel, the home plate umpire, and Jerry Meals, the crew chief, who's at third. And Dennis Klein and one of his helpers has the cart coming out. They have all the ingredients for mound repair on that wagon right there.
That's where, if you're Dennis Klein, you wish that wagon went about 70 miles an hour.
They'll probably have some clay that they'll put in front of the pitching rubber, maybe, and they have a big tamp that they'll tamp it down with. And they're sweep out all the old stuff, all the top dressing that's on there, and that way you have bare clay that they'll take some clay and put on there. Dirt.
It didn't look like that big a hole, did it? I guess it doesn't have to be, though, does it, Buzz?
No, it really doesn't. You know, if you're landing in a different spot, just slightly off from where Colby Lewis is landing, and Colby is a bigger guy, he's going to make a larger hole. And a lot of times what happens is you might land on the side of that hole.
Right.
And that's really a danger. I mean, you can not only throw your mechanics off, but you run the danger of hurting your arm just by one slip of your landing foot.
I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often. What do they just kick out the dirt themselves, the pitcher?
Yeah.
Usually?
They'll dig it out, and apparently for Kazmir, he was not able to kick that out. They're going to do the same thing in front of the rubber. Kazmir works from that third base side of the pitching rubber, and so does Colby Lewis. So the hole in front of the rubber gets dug out. And apparently it was not to Kazmir's liking.
Now, how do you think that's going to affect Colby?
He'll just dig it back out.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Grounds crew will come back next half inning and just keep doing it that way.
5-minute delay between innings from now on.
Keep that cart on standby. We're going to need it again.
Leaving all the tools right here.
That's right. And if Kazmir didn't feel that he could repair the damage good enough for him to pitch effectively off of, he will get him back out. There's no limit to the number of times you can have somebody come out. And while we have a second here before we get back underway, let's send it to Dana Larson for a Mazda game break. Dana, thank you. Well, how about the Astros?
Wow.
Playing some kind of baseball. So, all set to go now. Mound repaired. Kazmir loose, and Leonis Martin steps in. Check swing on the breaking ball. It is strike one. Leonis 1 for 2 tonight. Singled in the first, struck out in the third. Good off-speed pitch. That is chopped foul. And the count moves to 0-2. The Rangers 3 runs on 5 hits. 2 of those 5 hits have left the ballpark. Home runs by Kyle Blanks and Prince Fielder. Solo drives. Well, this got fisted. Fights that off foul. The count remains 0-2. Meanwhile, Kazmir probably wondering what he has to do to generate a little offense behind him.
That's the most runs that Kazmir's given up in early in the season. He's had 4 starts coming into this game.
1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Pulled the string ever so slightly, and Leonis gone for the second time on strike tonight. 4 for Kazmir now, and Elvis Andrews coming up.
Kazmir's had 2 starts at home, first start and his last start. 7 innings in both. Hasn't given up a run at home. 2 road starts, he's given up a couple of runs. 3 today.
Elvis Andrus is popped out and flied out tonight. That one's popped up, but it's going to reach the seats. Back about 8 rows. 0-1. Elvis with the average at .225 as he faces Kazmir here in the 5th inning. Mentioned Elvis brings in a 6-game hitting streak. That's the longest by a Ranger hitter this year. 1-1. Elvis over the longer haul, as you look at his season numbers, a .316 average over the last 10 ball games. 1-2. Kazmir to the wind. The changeup slips out of his hand. Notice today where Major League Baseball and the Players Association announced they're going to ease into the to upholding the rule change for speeding up the game a little bit. It was supposed to be this month, the month of May, they were going to start issuing fines. They said, we'll back off that a little bit and not be quite as hard on guys.
You know, I think it's been going pretty good, actually.
I do, too.
You know, I don't think there have been a lot of violators, and if there have been, you know, once they realize it, you know, they jump right back in there.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Matt.
Elvis is going for 2, and he is sacked at second base. Love it. That was a hustling double by Elvis Andrus.
Well, those are the kind of exciting things you love to see. When the Rangers were going good a couple of years ago, you saw that all game long. Nice to see Elvis. Number 1, get the base hit. Number 2, keep on going.
He started right from the beginning. He had double on his mind the whole way, and that's how you have to do it. And if he has any hesitation, he's going to be out at second base. And he surprised Connor, I believe. I don't think Connor was really expecting him to go there.
And as usual, there's a perfect camera shot to show you what the umpire is looking at. Yeah, but getting back to that topic you just brought up, Buzz, about the pace of the game, I agree with you, Mac, that I think the players are really trying hard, and it's almost like a good faith decision by baseball to say, look, we're not going to fine you. We see how hard you're trying to do this.
Well, there's about an 85-mile-an-hour fastball off Elvis's low back.
That's just like getting hit by a pitch.
The bad thing about it, when you're that runner and you're going back like that, and you know that fielder's out of position, you have to stand there and take it. You can't move out of the way, because if you move out of the way, he's going to catch it and you're out.
Yeah. Oh, man. I was saying, why me? Oh.
It's all right. The double that preceded it takes a little bit of the sting away.
Well, here's Fielder, who homered his last time up. I'll watch Elvis steal third. just to say, see, I'm all right. Nah, he wasn't the fielder up there, unless he was sure he could walk in. Take a look at our tonight's T-Mobile game changer. How about Prince Fielder, the home run tonight in the 4th inning. Rangers tonight, 2 home runs, the first multi-home run game since April the 15th. Jackie Robinson Day, also tax day. Last time they went deep multiple times. Fielder takes that off-speed pitch that about belt high for strike 1. The Prince now 2 home runs, 11 driven in. Batting average at .337. As Elvis at second base, 1 out, here in the 5th inning. Nothing in 2. That's how good that changeup is from Kazmir. He'll throw it to anybody, anytime. Elvis the lead from second. Right behind him is the shortstop, Semien. Pulled on the ground. And first baseman, Davis. I got a snow cone in my glove here. Out number 2 with Elvis moving on to third. Elvis talking to Tony Beasley. Tony probably inquiring about the large bruise on his back. No, 2 gone. And Adrian Beltre, who had a base hit up the middle his last time up, came around to score. Adrian 1 out of 2, and that average continuing to climb at 212 now as he takes strike 1. And Adrian's hitting streak is up to 6 straight. Elvis increasing his streak to 7 straight here tonight. Nothing and 2. Kazmir reading the signs. Got him swinging. Now the Rangers get a double from Elvis, but strand him at third, and we finished 5 innings. Rangers leading 3-0. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you after the ball game on Rangers Live. All right, Coach. In 2 different seating sections. You get 4 tickets, 4 jumbo hot dogs, 4 Coke soft drinks, 2 Kids Zones wristbands, and a souvenir program. Visit TexasRangers.com/specials and take advantage of this offer for Sunday's game against these A's. Now, Kobe Lewis back to the hill to start the 6th inning. He'll be facing the top of the order for Oakland. Sam Full 0 for 2, and he's going to fly out to right field. Jew camped underneath it. That is out number 1. Well, 1 pitch, 1 away. Semien coming up. Let's check in with Jim Knox. Jim?
Hey, Buzz, real quick, special guest tonight. Look at this. Agnes, 94 years young, on hand. She says she usually comes out to 1 game a year. She brought 23 of her closest friends as a late Christmas gift. And she says after watching 1 game in person, you always watch Buzz and Tom, right?
Right.
All right, there you go, Agnes. Good to have you out here. Anything else you'd like to say?
Well, just that it's wonderful to be here.
You want a beer?
No, you always.
Oh, happy to be here. Okay, we're going to have you out here. All right, Agnes, thank you very much. Okay.
Oh, goodness. Marcus Semien chops the 2-0 pitch. Foul down the third base side. Semien tonight has struck out both times that he has faced Colby Lewis. Colby with 8 strikeouts through the first 5 1/3 here this evening. That is out of play to even the count. A's with 2 base hits tonight. They've both been singles. Eric Sogard singled in the 3rd inning. Ike Davis singled in the 4th inning. Elvis guiding to his left. That is out number 2. Well, Colby now has retired 6 straight. And he will face Stephen Vogt. Elvis showing no ill effects from that plunking that he took when he was on second base last half inning. Kazmir trying to pick him off through a pickoff throw that got Elvis right in the back. Vogt tonight has slid out to right field twice.
We mentioned that Colby has pitched well in his last 3 starts against Oakland. He also pitched well against them earlier in the season. In his first start of the season, he pitched 6 innings, only gave up 1 run. Well, this is another good one. 4 straight starts where he's pitched well against the A's. At one point in this game, he had 17 strikes and 16 balls. Since that time, he's thrown a lot of quality pitches, including that hard slider.
Yeah, Stephen Vogt would attest to that one being quality.
This guy's a good hitter, too.
Yeah, he is.
Kind of a late bloomer. He's 30 years old, finally getting a chance to play regularly.
Colby got him on the fist, and Vogt stays alive.
When Colby's got all his pitches working with command, he's one of the more fun guys to watch in the league, to watch him pitch and watch him work the hitters. He's making them look bad without a 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yep, sure is. Here's that same breaking ball, and Vogt said, no, not twice in the same at bat. Not going to do it. You know, the other thing, Tom, that Colby has improved upon is his numbers here at home. For a while at home, he really had a tough time compared to on the road. Well, you go back to last September, and since then, he has really pitched well in this ballpark. He's 1-1 with his ERA. It's about 2.5.
Very good.
And he's throwing another dandy here tonight. Check swing and just missed the inside corner.
You have to be a pretty good hitter not to swing at that pitch. To have a discerning eye and watch that and take it. And take another one, he might get called out.
Yeah. Now the payoff pitch. We'll have to do it again. Season high 5 2/3 innings here tonight for Colton. 8 strikeouts in 5 2/3 innings. 8 strikeouts a season high. Colby's career high in strikeouts, 12. And he loses Vogt on a 3-2 pitch. Second walk issued by Colby tonight, and Billy Butler will come up. Well, this matchup has been one-sided tonight, Lewis and Butler. Billy Butler struck out twice, once swinging on a slider down and away, and once looking at a fastball right down the middle. You get an inning-by-inning pitch count breakdown for Colby. 21 pitches in that second inning. That included a walk and a couple of strikeouts. Other than that, pitch counts 15 or below. There's that slider again. That's kind of what Billy Butler is saying to himself.
Butler's swinging at pitches like he's looking for the other type of pitch. When it's a breaking ball, he's swinging like it's a fastball. He actually took a fastball right near the middle of the plate for strike 3 in his last at bat, probably looking for a breaking ball. There, he took one. And this guy's a good hitter too.
Yes,
not
he is.
making fun of Billy Butler.
Now, hitters and pitchers both getting good and bad streaks, and getting a bad streak, and a pitcher happens to be throwing well, it can make you look a little bit foolish. And the reverse is true. You can you get a hitter that's hot, and it doesn't matter what you throw up there. Sometimes you're going to tee off on it.
That's right.
Two and one, the count to Butler with Vogt at first base. Check swing, tried the slider again, and no swing. Count moves to 3-1. That's Jordan Baker down there at first making the call. Foul back, and the count fills. So with 2 outs now, Vogt will be off and moving with the next Colby Lewis pitch. Billy Butler hitting fourth, to be followed by the first baseman, Ike Davis. Saw Kyle Blanks, first baseman, letting Colby know he's going to play behind Vogt. With a full count, 2 outs. Colby, okay is the sign. Runner on the move, payoff pitch is fouled away. Alex Claudio getting loose down in the right center field bullpen of the Rangers. Colby again ready. Up the middle, but that's where Odor is stationed. Woodland throws Butler out. Side retired, the 2-out walk, no damage. The A's now a stranded 4 runner tonight. After 5.5, Rangers 3, A's nothing on Fox Sports Southwest. The Sonic Slam Inning brought to you by Sonic. Tonight's jackpot is worth $1,300 and dinner for 2 at Sonic Drive-In. Tonight, the Rangers are hitting for Martha Price from Quinlan. And if a Ranger hits a grand slam this inning, Martha Price from Quinlan will win $25,000. You can register at any participating Sonic restaurant. Kyle Blanks leading off. He has already homered once tonight. Facing Scott Kazmir. And our AT Ubers Rewind will take you back to the second inning. A change up, down and in, and Kyle Blanks said thank you very much. Renewed acquaintances with Scott Kazmir. Takes that pitch off the inside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Kyle, the second time up, went down swinging. Got him on the fist, and Knight's fouling that pitch off. 2-2. Kyle, the Pacific Coast League Player of the Week for last week. Down at Round Rock, Kyle put together some pretty impressive numbers, a .565 average with 2 home runs and 5 RBI in just a week, or 5 doubles, I should say, in just a week. He's gone on strikes here as he couldn't lay off that changeup floating outside.
It looked like that was the one, Buzz, that he didn't throw the first time up. You mentioned when he hit the changeup that inside is not necessarily a good place for a changeup. It was down and in, he hit the home run. That one looked like it floated away from him, and you could see the difference in the type of swing he took. Kazmir's actually thrown a pretty good game today. He hasn't walked anybody, struck out 6, but he's just been plagued by no offense thanks to Kobe Lewis.
Here's Shin-Soo Choo. Choo snapped an 0 for 21 with a double off the wall in dead center his last time up. And don't you know that had to be the sweetest feeling that he's had in a while?
Yes.
Like that ball coming off the bat after a solid contact. Two balls, no strikes to Choo. And that one misses to make it 3-0. Understand, just getting word that Alex Rodriguez has tied Willie Mays on the all-time home run list. Home run number 660. Junichi Tozawa gave it up for the Red Sox. It was a pinch hit home run for A-Rod. 3-1 pitch. Now 3-2. Now I guess the question is, are the Yankees going to
pay his bonus?
Kick in the little extra they promised him.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be interesting.
Payoff pitch. Sogard gobbles that up, and Choo is retired. There are 2 away. Robinson, Chirinos coming.
There probably hasn't been a hitter more tainted by the steroid era than A-Rod. I mean, there's been others that have been tainted for sure, and some of them have so far obviously been penalized by the Hall of Fame selection. But I don't know any of them have looked any worse than A-Rod.
Chirinos fouls it out of play. Yeah, I guess you lump Bonds and Sosa and McGuire all together. Yeah, Alex kind of, well, and it's also been a problem too, what the varying stories he's come up with about when he started and what he did.
Yeah, the stories just make anything he says impossible to believe.
Sure.
And there's nothing you can do about that now.
1 ball and 1 strike to Chirinos. Robinson hit by a pitch and lined to left field. 0 for 1 officially, a 159 average. Kazmir with his 90th pitch of the night. Now 2-1. Carlos Peguero on the bench. Jace Tingler, one of the Ranger coaches. They're right at the first base end of the Ranger dugout. The 2-1. Now 3-1. Scott Kazmir with 91 pitches, 62 strikes, 29 balls.
You know, one thing I would never volunteer to do or accept if I was asked, which I'm not going to be asked, doesn't really matter, and that's vote for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that. So many different opinions about it.
Yeah, it's I'm not going to say it's a burden, but it's a pretty heavy responsibility.
Yeah, it is. It's a huge responsibility to vote, and it's just hard to know exactly the proper way to do it because there's a lot of smart people, and they know baseball inside and out that are divided on exactly how you go about it.
Here's Smolinski, who had a sacrifice fly his last time up. It's in the dirt for ball one.
And just for instance, a guy like Barry Bonds, there's not much doubt in the minds of most people that at the end of his career, he was juiced.
Right.
And there's also not much doubt that for a significant part of his career, he wasn't. And for that significant part of his career, I think he had 3 or 4 most valuable player awards, and he was probably going to go to the Hall of Fame anyway. So because of that, do you say he should be in the Hall of Fame? Or because he did steroids at the end and had those spectacular years late in his 30s and 40s, should he be precluded from going to the Hall of Fame? I don't really know the answer to that.
I don't either. I'm not sure there is an exact right answer.
No, it's just a matter of what you believe.
And, you know, and some of the guys that are already in the Hall of Fame have come out very vocally about that. Now, how much credence do you give their feelings about it?
Yeah.
You know, they're the ones that are already in there that, you know, do you listen to them and take that into consideration? How they're going to feel about it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. The other thing is there's plenty of guys that probably were juiced and have never tested positively and never been tainted by the investigation, but still widely speculated by people on the inside that know as having done it. And it's pretty hard to vote against them because of what you might think
That's right.
and not really know.
Yeah. How far do you want to take an opinion?
Yeah. And if you have a vote, then you owe it to the people who watch you vote to explain your vote. Why didn't you vote for him? You have to, I mean, you can decide not to talk, but I think most of them believe that you should give an opinion. So if you don't vote for a Hall of Fame qualified guy because you think he did steroids, that's a tough stance to take.
Sure is. This pitch popped up. Ike Davis at the railing's going to run out of room. That's in the photographer well on the right above the roof of the photographer well.
Some voters will say, I can't determine who did it and who didn't. I'm going to look at that era, whatever it is, 10 years, 20 years, as the steroid era, and I'm going to pick the most dominating players from that era, in spite of the fact that I believe they might have done steroids, and I'm going to pick them anyway because I don't know how to differentiate those that did from those that didn't. Other people will say, if there's evidence that he did steroids, I'm not going to vote for him. And if there isn't any kind of proof, then I will. I'd have a hard time voting for someone that wasn't tainted by an investigation, but that didn't pass the eye test. And there's a lot of those guys, boy.
Yeah. 3-2 with 2 outs. Chirinos on the move, and the pitch is lined to left field. Canna right there, though, and makes the catch. Well, the Rangers get a 2-out walk, but strand a runner. We're going to the 7th in Arlington. It's the Rangers 3, the A's 0 on Fox Sports Southwest. Take a look at the Ford game summary, and Kyle Blanks began things against Kazmir. He unloads for his first home run in a Ranger uniform. And then a couple of innings later, it was Prince Fielder going deep to center for the second home run off Kazmir. And meanwhile, Kobe Lewis making that stand up with a season-high 8 strikeouts in 6 innings. Shutout baseball by Kobe Lewis here tonight. He puts another good outing against the A's under his belt. And that 8 strikeout performance by Kobe, also the most by a Ranger pitcher this year. Well, Alex Claudio, the left-hander, comes out of the bullpen for the Rangers, the only left-hander in that Ranger bullpen. And he will take over here in the 7th inning.
Well, the Rangers, I'm sure, came out today on May 1st, having put April behind them and wanting to get off to a good start. Turn the page. And what better guy to have on the mound than Kobe Lewis? And he came out and made a statement himself. 6 innings, no runs. He came into the game with a nice 3.75 ERA. 6 innings of shutout baseball will lower that. He's got a chance if the Rangers hang on and maintain the lead of going to 2-2 on the season.
And Claudio, go ahead.
Rangers just trying to come in with 3 innings of good relief, maybe add some runs and win that first game of May.
Cody Ross, right-handed hitter, comes off the Oakland bench to pinch hit for Ike Davis. See Cody Ross an .095 average as he takes low. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Ross currently in an 0 for 13 downturn. There's that sharply foul over the A's dugout. And Alex Claudio now with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Claudio, the changeup specialist. Boy, and he's got all kinds of them, too. He will befuddle hitters and send you back to the dugout talking to yourself. There's one that's pulled on the ground that Beltre takes care of. 1 gone. Well, Ross grounds out. Now Josh Reddick coming up. Claudio just 23 years of age. He's out of Puerto Rico. 27th round draft pick by the Rangers back in 2010. .6'3", 185-pounder. Reddick has walked and flied to center tonight. He takes strike 1. Rangers 3 runs on 6 hits. A's no runs on 2 hits. Well, a nice crowd on hand here tonight. Fireworks after the game. Now it looks to be in the low 30s or so. 2 hopper to Kyle Blanks at first. 2 out. Next will be Brett Lowry. Well, Alex Claudio making it look easy here in the 7th. Lowry this evening has struck out twice at both times that he faced Kobe Lewis. Lowry, who came over from the Toronto Blue Jays in the offseason. Hitting out of that wide open stance against Claudio. 0-2. Robinson, Chirinos will flash the signs out. Claudio says, yep, that's the one we'll go with. 2 hopper to Elvis. Well, 3 ground balls as Blanks digs it out and 3 outs. It's time for the 7th inning stretch with the Rangers leading 3-0. And now we'll join Chuck Morgan as he introduces God Bless America.
We're serving our country at home and around the world. The Texas Rangers invite everyone in Globe Life Park tonight to join in singing God Bless America.
Third and enjoy a post-game concert from Casting Crowns as presented by Buckner International. The concert will follow the 2:05 game against the Oakland A's, and you can get your game tickets and a field pass to watch the concert on the field at texasrangers.com/concerts. Well, they're dancing in the aisles. Rangers leading 3-0. Fernando Abad is the new Oakland pitcher as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Abad, who is from the Dominican Republic, 29 years of age, and he is the primary late inning left-hander for the Oakland A's. He will face Rougned Odor to start things off, then back to the top of the order. 1 ball, no strikes. Scott Kazmir, 6 innings of work, 3 earned runs on 6 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. 1-0 pitch, and Odor rifles one down the right field line and into the corner. Rougned to second is not going to stop there. The ball kind of died in the corner. And Odor with a head first dive into third, a leadoff triple.
When you're talking about Shinsu feeling good about his double, I think Rougned feels just as good about his triple. Guys that have been struggling a little bit, lighten up the hit column today. That was an off-speed pitch. Rougned's a little bit out in front of it. The ball hangs in the middle of the plate. rips it down the right field line. It kind of sticks in the corner a little bit. Reddick couldn't get it in quickly enough to keep Ruby from ending up at third base.
Right about there, Odor realized, hey, that ball's not coming out to him. Had to go ahead and go for 3. And immediately, Leonis Martin lofts a fly ball into left center field. Odor's tagging. Here comes the throw. It's not in time. Odor scores a sacrifice fly from Leonis Martin, and the Rangers have a 4-0 lead.
That's all you want in that situation. Get a pitch you can hit in the air to the outfield deeply enough so he can't throw the runner out at the plate. First pitch hitting, got jammed a little bit, but did get it up in the air, got it far enough where there's not much Vogt can do. He gives it his best shot, lays out to throw it home, but couldn't get Ruby.
Is that considered a flop? In the NBA now, you get thrown out.
No, I think that was just an all-out effort right there.
All right. Just checking. Well, the Rangers with a 4 spot here tonight. And base is empty now for Elvis Andrus. Elvis had a double, a hustling double his last time up. On the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-1. Let's take a look at tonight's Coors Light Cold Hard Fact, brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. Rangers have at least one double in 21 consecutive innings. It's the longest streak of the team in since 2007. All the negative things we've been bombarded with about the Rangers, and that's a pretty good positive. So it's the 4 runs on the board for the Rangers. Last time the Rangers put up a 4 spot was when they defeated the Angels in extra innings out in Anaheim last Sunday. Prior to that, it would have been 5 days before that. And Elvis trying to get that changeup, can't do it. That is out number 2. Now before Prince Fielder steps in, let's send it over to Dana Larson with a Mazda game break. All right, Dana, thank you. Kurt Young out to talk to Fernando Abad. Dan Otero, right-hander, loosening in the bullpen. Kurt Young, some instructions for Fernando Abad. Prince Fielder tonight is 1 for 3. That one left the ballpark in a hurry. Dead center field, his second home run of the year. Fastball, and Prince fouling it straight back. The A's an extreme overshift. Only one player on the left side of the diamond, that's the third baseman, Brett Lowry. Everybody else on the right side, with Eric Sogard playing in shallow right field. Breaking ball, and that's sliced into the left field corner. Long run over it, and it is a fair ball. Ross plays the carom, but into second base with an opposite field double is Prince Fielder. His 6th two-bagger of the year.
Well, for a guy that we saw that shift played against so much, especially last year, he sure has used the whole field this year. He's hit balls in the outfield from foul line to foul line. There's a lot of ground balls up the middle to the left side. There's a breaking ball out over the plate, kind of on the outside corner. And Prince keeps it fair right down the left field line for his second extra base hit of the game.
And Cody Ross, the new left fielder, to wait for that thing to come down. Well, Delino DeShields has come in to pinch run for Prince Fielder. And Bob Melvin has gone to the mound. He wants to make a pitching change. So he calls for Dan Otero. So we have a pitching change here in the 7th inning. Rangers leading 4-0, looking for more. And we'll be back after this timeout on Fox Sports Southwest. Las Vegas, leading up to tomorrow night's big fight. NFL draft news and notes, and all the action from tonight in baseball. Stay here for a simulcast of Fox Sports Live tonight at midnight, right here on Fox Sports Southwest. Dan Otero, right-hander, has come into the ball game now. He will face Adrian Beltre. And Beltre shoots one to the right side. It's through. A base hit. The Shields will score, and Beltre, a soft single to right, but it gets the job done, and it gives the Rangers a 5-0 lead.
Well, Adrian is one of the guys that's got a few of those coming. He's a number of balls well that have been caught. That little ground ball eluded Cannon at first base. And with Delano pinch running for Prince, no chance to keep him from scoring on that play. That's that sinker ball, high sinker tailing in on the fist that he fought off.
Rangers putting up another crooked number. Kyle Blanks now the hitter. Takes a strike. It's 0-1. Blanks, a home run in 3 trips. He struck out the other 2 times. Both those, all 3 of those at bats against Scott Kazmir. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dan Otero, a 30-year-old, spent a little bit of time with the Giants system, but came over to Oakland 2013. This is 11th ball game. 396 earned run average, a 262 opponent's batting average. Broken bat roller to third, bobbled by Lowry. Still has time to get him. And that'll do it for the Rangers. They do score twice, though, on 3 hits and strand a runner. We're going to the 8th inning. It's now the Rangers 5, the A's 0 on Fox Sports Southwest.
You got to give it to John. John comes to the ballpark, takes his teenage daughter along with 5 of her closest friends. John, what a guy, what a dad. I think dad of the month right here. Having a good time so far?
Absolutely. The Rangers are winning. It's a good night.
There we go. John, here's the shirt. Congratulations. Anything else you'd like to say?
You saw my shirt, didn't you? It was time for a replacement.
There we go.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right. Appreciate it. All right. Have fun, guys.
All right, Noxie. Now we head to the 8th inning, and Sean Tollison has come out of the Ranger bullpen to take over. Alex Claudio working a perfect 7th inning. And now Tollison dealing to Mark Canha, who drives one to deep right center field, and that is gone. Wow. In the Ranger bullpen. First pitch of the 8th inning, and Canha leaves the ballpark with it. His 3rd home run of the year. That cuts into the Ranger lead. It's now 5-1.
It's a pretty impressive swing. First pitch hitting, high fastball to drive it out over the 407 sign. That's showing some pretty good opposite field power. Top of the strike zone. Canha was 3 for 4 last night. Prior to that, he was 5 for 34 with 14 strikeouts and no RBIs. So making a little bit of a comeback last night and a home run today.
Well, here's Eric Sogard, and Tollison misses high. Look at that 407 marker out there, and into the Ranger bullpen. And for Sean Tollison, that is the first run that he's given up to Oakland in his last 7 appearances. Last time the A's had scored against Sean was back in July of last year. Eric Sogard, 1 out of 2 tonight. With the measurement at estimate of 410 feet on that Canha home run. Now 3 balls and a strike. Well, Sogard batting 9th. He is trying to get aboard for the top of the order. And that means Sam Folds. Tollison to the plate. Up the middle into center field. A home run, now a single. 1 on with nobody out. And Fuld coming to the plate.
Center fielder Sam Fuld.
Sean Tollison last worked on Tuesday night here against Seattle. Looked a very uneventful inning. Gave up a hit. He had a strikeout. Robinson Chirinos out to have a word with the 26-year-old right-hander. Fuld has flied out and grounded out twice tonight. The A's now with 4 hits. They trail by 4. And at the knees for strike 1. Tollison, that high set. This is low and outside. Sam Fuld last year back and forth between the A's and the Twins. Minnesota claimed Fuld when he was DFA'd, designated for assignment by the Oakland A's, and then returned to Oakland at the trading deadline. Down on the count here to Tollison at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sogard a modest lead at first, kind of dancing around over there to see if he can distract Tollison in time called. Reached out and pulled it to the right side. Odor thought better of it. Yeah, good decision, Ruded. leading by 4 runs, the last thing you want to do is take a chance on a play like that and throw it away and give the A's more life than they need in this inning.
Yeah, then you run the risk of a big inning. You have to take the one out right there. And I think he probably could have gotten the guy at second, but he made the right decision. Make sure you get one. You throw it to second, pull him off the bag. Now there's 1 run in, 2 on, nobody out. A little bit of momentum going. Don't want that.
Nope. Sogard at second base. Marcus Semien 0 for 3 tonight, a couple of strikeouts and a ground out. It's straightened up by a Tollison fastball. It's 1-0. Semien hitting at .275. Semien knocked in 3 runs in the 4 games that the A's and Rangers had out in Oakland to open the season. Tonight, the first of 3 over the weekend. Rangers going to see the 3 best pitchers as far as what Oakland has to offer. And tomorrow night, Drew Pomeranz, left-hander, and then Sonny Gray, who Ranger fans would just soon not see pitching against the hometown team.
Yeah, not too many opposing fans want to see Sonny Gray. He's one of the best in the league. Didn't take him long to get there either.
No. And again, Chirinos out to say something to John Tollison. Tomorrow night, a 7:05 start. And Sunday afternoon, a 2:05 contest. Nick Martinez going for the Rangers tomorrow night. And Giovanni Gallardo will finish it up on Sunday. 2-2 now after the foul ball. Well, if the rest of the month is ending like the first look we've had at the Rangers in May, it's going to be a very good month. This is a lot more life to this club tonight. And it helps when you hit the ball out of the ballpark a couple times, you get good pitching, and then you are able to run around the bases a little bit and make yourselves feel better.
Elvis stretching that single into a double. That's exciting. Triple by Ruby. A lot of exciting things so far tonight.
Yeah, and it's not just the fans that get all excited about that either. The players in the dugout do too.
Yeah.
3-2 to Marcus Semien. Low ball 4. 2 aboard with 1 out. Stephen Vogt coming up. And Mike Maddox make a slow walk out from now. Well, we have a second here. We showed you Ricky Henderson's anniversary 24 years ago today. On that same day, 24 years ago, the Express, Nolan Ryan, capped off the final no-hitter of his great career, number 7, as he spun the dandy against the Toronto Blue Jays, striking out Robbie Alomar to cap off no-hitter number 7.
Ricky had his moment, but it got trumped by the no-hitter.
Sure did. Steve Buechele, you saw a shot of Boo playing third base that night. 1991. Boo now the bench coach for the Rangers under Jeff Bannister. Stephen Vogt has walked and twice flied out. 0-1. .338 the average for Vogt. He is 1 for 1 against John Tollison in previous matchups. Chirinos going through the series of signs, and Tollison picks one out. Little looper to right field. That's going to be down for a base hit. Coming around third is Eric Sogard. He is in to score. Stephen Vogt with the RBI base hit. And the A's now have plated 2 in the inning. They trail 5-2.
2 insurance runs for the Rangers in the bottom of the 7th obviously play an important part in this game right now. The Rangers trying to get the last couple of outs of this inning. Now Mendez getting warmed up in the bullpen. The changeup out over the plate. It fooled Vogt. He was out in front of it, but he still got enough of it to loop it into right field for his RBI.
Sogard scoring, stopping at second is Semien. Vogt at first. And Billy Butler comes to the plate as the tying run in this game. 1 ball, no strikes. Butler tonight has struck out twice and grounded out. Good candidate here for a double play ground ball at an infielder.
He's hit into 7 of them. He leads the league so far in double play grounders.
1 ball and 1 strike. 32% of the time, Billy Butler, when he's had the opportunity, has grounded into a double play. It's the most in the AL, as Tom told you. Well, the Athletics came back in a ball game yesterday at home against the Angels. They were trailing by 5 in the 9th inning, or 4 in the 9th inning, I suppose. Had Houston Street on the ropes, and only a great play by Mike Trout in center field on a drive by Ike Davis kept them from completing the comeback. They lost 6-5. One ball, 2 strikes, the count. Another foul ball. Billy Butler in the first year of a 3-year free agent deal that he signed in the offseason. Spent his entire career up to that point with Kansas City. And another foul off. Butler 0 for 1 against Sean Tollison with a strikeout.
Butler's seen, as far as location goes, some pitches to hit tonight. Been able to center one. Yeah, I guess he did center one, but he pulled it just barely foul his first time up. Just missed a home run.
Gets that one on the fist and pulls a foul. Sean Tollison need at least 25 pitches here in this inning. Tried the breaking ball, and Butler able to lay off. 2-2 now the count.
Tough one to lay off of. That's a borderline strike. Down and away. One of those that could go either way. That one went Butler's way.
There's a breaking ball that is a strike. And Butler caught admiring it. He has gone on strikes.
I'm sure Butler thought that pitch was going to end up high. It started out high and looked like it dropped down, breaking to the top of the strike zone. Big curveball. And let's see. Yep, it caught the top of the strike zone. In fact, it's all the way in the strike zone. Good pitch by Sean.
A Skag pitch tracker showing you exactly where that was placed. So Sean Tollison is going to be replaced by Roman Mendez. And while Roman makes his way in, takes his warm-up tosses, we'll take a timeout. We're back after this on Fox Sports Southwest. John Tollison finished for the evening. Roman Mendez, throwing right-hander, in now for his 11th game of the year.
Yeah, Roman has done a good job. All I have to do is look at the numbers. You feel confident when he comes in. His 93, 94 mile an hour fastball, slider. Repertoire is working well for him.
Mendez hasn't worked since Monday. Came in against Seattle in that first game against the Mariners with the shutout inning. Now he's asked to face Cody Ross. And the first pitch is down at his feet. Excuse me. Not Ross. It's Max Muncy. Max Muncy coming off the bench as the pinch hitter. 143 average. He is hitting with runners at first and second. Semien at second. And Stephen Vogt at first. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, Roman to come in and put this little fire out that he has inherited. One thing Ranger relievers have not been doing is allowing many of their inherited runners to score so far this year. Here's a strike. 2-1. "46 inherited runners before tonight, and only 10 of them have scored." That's 21% rate against them. 2 balls and a strike. That's off the outside corner. Full count to Muncy. Muncy hitting in the 5th slot, pinch hitting for Ross. Josh Reddick waiting in the on-deck circle, and you'd rather not face Reddick when he can potentially tie the ball game with one swing of the bat or put the A's ahead. The 3-1 is coming. Popped up, foul territory. Beltre will run out of room. Well, the count is full now, and with 2 outs, both Semien and Vogt will be off and moving with the next pitch. Vogt had the RBI single. Semien walked just before that. Roman Mendez taking over for Sean Tollison, trying to leave the runners on. He is set. Runners away from the bases, on the move, payoff pitch. We'll try it again. Max Muncy just called up from AAA last Saturday. His major league debut to start that same day against Houston. His first major league hit off Scott Feldman, former Ranger. Now facing the 24-year-old right-hander Roman Mendez. Another 3-2 is coming. We'll reset and try it one more time.
Max Muncy is a Keller High School product. Went to Baylor. Texas kid. That was a pretty tough pitch he just fouled off right there.
It was.
3-2 slider down and in. Not a bad pitch.
Strike pitch record showing that number 7 right there on the edge. Outside, ball 4, and that is going to load him up for Reddick. 2 walks in the inning.
Boy, nothing comes easy, does it?
No, sure doesn't.
Get a couple in the bottom of the 7th, take a 5-0 lead. You feel great when Sean Tollison comes into the game. Sean struggled a little bit. Now the Rangers have to get one of the hottest A's out. Reddick came into the game with an 8-game total of 13 for 26. Wasn't playing early in the season. He was injured. has made up for it. Came into the game in the month of April as a .368 hitter.
Neftali Feliz loosening in that Ranger bullpen. Roman Mendez will now face Josh Reddick. Reddick and Mendez have faced each other one time. Reddick had a single. He has the tying runs aboard. 2 career grand slams for Reddick. Mendez has the sign for the first pitch. Outside, ball 1. Reddick last year against the Rangers, a .373 average with 12 RBI in 15 games. One and one. Coming in that back door with a breaking ball.
1-0, bases loaded. Back-to-back off-speed pitches.
Highest average with runners in scoring position. Oakland, second in the American League with a .310 average. And that's outside. It's 2-1. Colby Lewis, 6 shutout innings. Only 2 base hits tonight against the veteran right-hander. The complexion of this game, though, has changed dramatically here in the 8th inning. Up the middle, behind second, into center field, a base hit. Semien scores. Vogt coming in to score. The throw goes to third. Sliding in safely is Muncy, and Reddick continuing to pester Rangers pitching makes it a 5-4 game. A 2-run single off of Mendez.
Well, you got that bat that hurt was the walk to Muncy. Not taking anything away from Muncy, but you've got a rookie up there who's only been to bat 7 times. And the no-no is walking him to bring up the hottest A hitter in Reddick to hit with the bases loaded.
Jeff Bannister out to the hill. A's have runners at the corners and 2 outs. They have come back to make it a 1-run game. It's 5-4. And the call goes out for the closer, Neftali Feliz. Nefty coming on in the 8th. I'm going to tell you all about him when we come back right after this on Fox Sports Southwest. Leading 5-4. The A's have runners at first and third. And the call has gone out for the 26-year-old right-hander Neftali Feliz. Lefty from Azua in the Dominican Republic. Going to turn 27 tomorrow. It'd be nice to give himself maybe an early birthday present. Get a save. It's going to have to be a 4-out save. He inherits runners at first and third. Brett Lowry is the hitter. And the breaking ball stays a little bit high to Lowry. 1 ball and no strike. Lowry tonight has struck out twice and grounded out. 0 for 3 in his career against Neftali Feliz. Away with a breaking ball that stayed up.
We saw Lowry earlier in the season. He was a dead fastball hitter the first 4 games of the year. Really struggled with a breaking ball. On the season, he's struck out 29 times now, a couple of times tonight. So if you make a good pitch with a breaking ball, he's a little bit susceptible to that. You don't want to hang one, and you don't want to give him a good fastball to hit either. Looks like he's sitting on a fastball.
And that fastball fouled back to the screen. So Feliz ahead in the count now, a ball and 2 strikes. Max Muncy over at third base. Josh Reddick in the opposite corner. Crowd of 29,700. And to support Neftali Feliz. Foul tip.
Barely got a piece of it.
Sure did. Fastball coming in on the fists of Lowry.
Got the catcher and the umpire.
Well, everybody checking equipment and body parts, make sure everything's okay, and go back in and try it one more time. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on, and 2 out. Breaking ball is wide, 2-2. Last time Neftali worked was on Tuesday night against Seattle. Gave up a hit in a scoreless inning against the Mariners. He's 2 out of 3 in save situations this year. The 2-2 pitch. Almost had Lowry out in front of it. Well, he was out in front of it, but almost got him to wave at it. Right off the end of the bat.
Yeah, he's fooling. It was a hanger, too. It's right down the middle of the plate.
He's reading the signs from Chirinos. Now Neffy ready. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Again, the appeal down to Jordan Baker at first base, and that fills the count. And it will allow Josh Reddick at first to be off for the next pitch. Boy, that's more than close.
Yep. That's the call you're looking for in that situation.
3-2. Reddick inching off the bag. Feliz set. Reddick on the move. Payoff pitch. Foul back.
I'll say this for the A's this inning. All the hitters, not all of them, but most of the hitters have fouled off some tough pitches. There's been long at bats. Muncy, when he got his walk before Reddick, fouled off several pitches. In fact, he fouled off a really good slider that looked like it might have been a pitch he could get him to swing and miss on. Hung in there and earned the walk. Now he's doing the same thing.
Line drive, base hit to right field. It's in the corner. 1 run is home. Reddick around third will score. At second base with a 2-run double is Brett Lowry, and the A's have come back to take a 6-5 lead.
Yeah, he fouled off the pitches he had to foul off, and he's a dead fastball hitter. He got a high fastball, and he drilled it down the right field line. Just couldn't make the pitch to get him. The pitch out of the strike zone, it looked like, well out of the strike zone.
On the 47th pitch of the inning by Ranger hurlers, Brett Lowry turns the score around. It's now 6-5 Oakland. And for the second time in the inning, Mark Canha will come to the plate. Canha started this by homering into the Ranger bullpen. It looked innocent enough, the first pitch that Sean Tollison threw coming into the game to start the inning, and Canha left the ballpark 410 feet into the bullpen and figured, well, okay, there goes the shutout, the combined shutout. But it has escalated into a 6-run inning for the A's, and they still have life with Canha at the plate and Lowry at second. 1 ball, no strikes.
They play 2 hours and 15 or 20 minutes of just about perfect baseball to take a 5-0 lead, and this shows how unusual baseball can be. And 20 minutes later, it's 6-5.
Canha swinging through a Phillies fastball. It's 1-1. Yeah, there's something to be said about getting that 27th out. Sometimes there are 27 of them for a reason, from what I've heard.
Yeah. Been tough to get the 3rd out of this inning, that's for sure.
Looking for the 24th here. 1-1 pitch to Canha. Now 2-1. Sean Tollison started the inning, worked 2/3, gave up 3 hits. All 4 runs at that juncture were his, with 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Roman Mendez did not retire a hitter. He gave up a walk and a base hit. So 2 runs on his ledger. There's a ground ball into center field, a base hit. Around third, coming in to score is Lowry. It is 7-5 Oakland.
Pretty good inning for Canha. He started it off with a home run, and now he drives in an insurance run with his 2nd hit of the inning.
The Rangers just have not had the answer for the A's hitters. And we've seen it in years past too. Oakland teams, for whatever reason, once you get them on a roll, once they start going, they're pretty tough to slow down. Seem to have had that kind of personality over the years, and we've seen it firsthand here tonight. Eric Sogard, 2 for 3 tonight, had a single earlier in this inning. Canha on the move, pitches a strike. The throw is late, and off the bag at second and tagged by Elvis Andrus is Canha. And now Bob Melvin is going out to second base. We will talk to Andy Fletcher, the second base umpire. See what this is all about. It looked like Canha said that Elvis Andrus pushed him off the bag. No, he just applied the tag going up.
Looked like it was coming off on its own.
Yeah,
didn't it?
sure did to me.
Let's see. It's hard to tell. Elvis definitely lifted up. The question is, did it lift up while it started on the bag, or did it come off the bag?
Well, this is a pretty good discussion out there at second base. Andy Fletcher right on top of it. He was no more than 10 or 12 feet from the plate. And Bob Melvin talking to him about it. I'm not sure we've ever covered this in our discussions about whether that's a challengeable play, but Andy Fletcher going over to the crew chief, Jerry Meals. And umpires are going to get together.
Does that mean it's not challengeable that they're getting together? Or Melvin didn't challenge but just asked him to talk about it?
It may, yeah, that may be the case.
He's looking in there, looking into the dugout.
The umpires, at their discretion, can get together anytime they want to discuss a play. And now the crew chief, Jerry Meals, will explain a couple of things to Bob Melvin, who doesn't look too thrilled with the explanation he's getting. He's still talking about it, still jawing about it a little bit. And, you know, the thing, this is about as close to an argument as we're going to have. It's with the replay rules the way they are. Very rare do you see a manager out there that would take some explaining to do. Well, they're going to go ahead. The challenge has been issued. They're going to go ahead and it looked like what Jerry Meals was saying. Look, there's nothing wrong with that. Even if he came on, you know, if he forced him off the bag, okay, but there's no way to determine that. And Bob Melvin appeared to say, okay, well, let's try it anyway and see what happens. So the headsets come out, and the contact with the replay command center back in New York. Crowd reacting to what they saw. So is Mark Canha. You saw it on the big screen. This is what the crowd will see. Elvis kind of lifting the leg up, just assisting it up a little bit. Nothing malicious about that.
Well, before a replay, you can pretty much do anything you want and get away with it. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's how it's going to work out. Let's see.
See what the umpires have to say. We're going to call him out. Out at second base, his ball will stand, I assume. As called. So that's going to do it. The A's are out in the 8th inning, but they take the lead with 7 runs scored. Rangers come to bat in the bottom of the 8th now, trailing 7-5 on Fox Sports Southwest.
Eighth here at Globe Life Park in Arlington. This game 1 of 3 between these two teams. Game 2 will take place tomorrow here at Globe Life with a 7 o'clock first pitch. Nick Martinez toes the rubber for the Rangers, takes his sub-1 ERA, which leads the major league, onto the hill, going up against this quite obviously scrappy Oakland A's offense, fellas.
All right, Dan, thank you. Yeah, scrappy is right, and tough to stop when they get a head of steam going, as the Rangers have found out. Evan Scribner, right-hander, on now to take over on the mound. He becomes the 4th pitcher used tonight by Bob Melvin. He's facing Shin-Soo Choo to start things off in the Ranger 8th inning. Scribner appearing in his 11th ball game, a 1.38 ERA and a fine opponent's average against at 1.78. 29-year-old right-hander misses high, 1-2. Well, some more defensive changes for the Oakland A's. Mark Canha moved back to left field from first, and taking over at first, Max Muncy. 2-2 now to Choo. Choo 1 for 3 tonight, a double in the 4th inning. Oakland with 7 runs on 6 hits and a couple of walks in that 8th inning. And Choo gone on strikes. Scribner, that good live fastball against strikeout number 1. Now Robinson Chirinos.
Well, Scribner has the fastball to go along with a good overhand curveball. Generally not a situation in the game where you would see Scribner, see him usually earlier in a ball game. But with the makeup of their bullpen, that might have changed a little bit.
Fires a strike to Chirinos. Yeah, it's had some injury problems in the bullpen. They've had some lack of production problems in the early going. Chirinos 0 for 1 officially tonight. Slow tapper to third that Lowry handles. 2 gone. Next will be Jake Smolinski, but he's called back to the dugout. And instead, Carlos Peguero has grabbed a bat. He is going to come on as a pinch hitter. Smolinski finished tonight 0 for 2, but he did have an RBI on a sac fly. And now Peguero will come on as the pinch hitter to face Scribner. Peguero in 194 with 2 RBI. 1 ball, no strikes. Carlos with 5 pinch hitting appearances. He is 0 for 5 with Tyler Clippard, the A's closer, getting loose out in the bullpen. Big rip, nothing to show for it. 2-1. Scribner back to the plate. He misses low and away. 3 balls and a strike. Well, Peguero trying to get aboard. That would bring the tying run to the plate. If Carlos can get there, and he will on the walk. Well, a couple of walks in the 8th inning hurt the Rangers. Now we'll see if the Rangers can repay the favor. Peguero down at first, and here comes Odor, who is 1 for 3. Tripled, leading off the 7th inning. Average now at 155. Odor 0 for 1 against Scribner in their only matchup. He takes inside, ball 1. Scribner set. He will toss on over to first. Scribner again ready. And Odor skies to center field. And Fuld, almost dead in his tracks, puts it away, and the Rangers are gone in the 8th. No runs, no hits. They leave a runner stranded. We're going to the 9th inning in Arlington. It's the A's 7, the Rangers 5.
trying to bring some air back into this building after a deflating 8th inning. We're going to talk about all of it coming up here on Rangers Live post-game edition. Join me and Mark McLemore. We'll also hear from the skipper, Jeff Bannister, Emily Jones in the clubhouse, and of course we will set up Game 2 against the Oakland A's Saturday, coming up with Nick Martinez in his ridiculously low ERA. We'll talk about that and much more. So join me and Mac. He'll have analysis and moral support, guys. We all need to pick me up after that one. Maybe we'll get it here in the ninth.
All right, yeah. Still have 3 outs to work with. And right now, Keone Kela has come in to see if he can get the 3 outs in the top of the 9th inning. Keone with his 12th appearance already. 270 earned run average, and opponents hitting at 310 against him. This is outside as Eric Sogard is leading off the 9th inning. Sogard was left standing at home plate to finish off the 8th. Carlos Peguero stayed in the ball game after pinch hitting and takes over in left field. One and two. Kela, the 22-year-old from the Seattle area. He is, well, more than a work in progress. This young man has his feet pretty firmly established at the major league level, even only after a month. Little looping fly ball to right field. On comes Chu to make the grab. That is out number 1.
Yeah, it's all new, obviously, at the big league level for Keone. He hasn't pitched a lot in the minor leagues, but for a youngster, he has a very mature demeanor to him when he's on the mound.
Yeah, I'm not going to call him unflappable yet, but
no, not yet.
Not much phases him too much.
Doesn't look like it. I'm sure he's feeling things on the inside, but he's handled himself in some critical situations very well so far.
Well, if he can go back to Seattle on his first, basically his first big road trip, and do what he did to pitch well in front of family and friends and whomever, that says something.
Sure does.
Sam Fuld, the hitter, and he takes just a little bit outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fuld tonight is 0 for 4.
Boy, that's some kind of breaking ball right there. That thing just kept nosediving. Just missed it.
That's it. Fuld was saying something about a nosedive too. And comes back with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball right in the fist. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. He only won that job in spring training and did it by being the best out of the bullpen. Quite honestly, he threw the best of anybody in the bullpen down there. And Jeff Bannister and Mike Maddox said, hey, it's not a matter of we're trying to do something to make headlines with a young guy. This guy is going to help us. He's one of the top 12 pitchers we have, and that's why he's going from spring training to the major leagues with us.
That's a little bit like Robbie Ross one year when Robbie went to spring training. No one thought he had a great chance to make the team. He made the team and had a very solid rookie season out of the bullpen for the Rangers.
Kela's now worked the count full to Sam Fuld. The payoff pitch coming. Popped up. Blanks. Big lanky first baseman over there right at the railing of the commissioner's box. And kind of skittered along it to make the grab. Probably helped being 7 feet tall.
He could have reached a lot farther than that if he had to.
Nice play by Kyle Blanks. That is out number 2, and we'll bring up Marcus Semien. Semien walked and scored right in the middle of that 7-run 8th inning. Tyler Clippard getting ready, and the Rangers have the top of the order to face him. Martin Andrews and fielder. Actually, it's going to be DeShields. Elvis trying to get out of Adrian Beltre's way, and Adrian takes care of it. That'll do it. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Keone Kela. Rangers coming up, one more shot. They trail 7-5 to the A's. On Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. By AT&T UVerse TV. UVerse has more live TV channels on the go than cable. And by your Texas Ford dealers. The EcoBoost Challenge is on at your Texas Ford dealer. Get to your best in Texas Ford dealer today. This crowd of 29,700 hoping for a Ranger comeback, and it'll have to be against the closer of the Oakland A's. That's 30-year-old right-hander Tyler Clippard. Clippard appearing in his 10th ball game. You can tell by that 0-2 mark that he has had his rough spots. The Rangers hope to make this an 0-3 for him. Leonys Martin leading off. 1 for 3, a single in the first inning. Last time up in the 7th, had the sacrifice fly. Jam shot, and that's going to take care of that bat for Leonys. He'll have to go back and get a new piece of leather. Greg Gentry has come into the ball game. Former Ranger takes over in left field. Tyler Clippard came over from the Washington Nationals in exchange for Junel Escobar. Trade completed about a month before spring training this year. 0-2 pitch.
Yeah, the A's were wheeling and dealing in the offseason. Junel Escobar never saw an Oakland uniform. He was just traded to Oakland and then immediately traded away.
And another 0-2 on the way. Popped up. Left side of the infield, it's Brett Lowry. One gone. Next will be Elvis Andrews. Clippard had a couple of very big years in Washington. He had 32 saves for the Nationals back in 2012. He was an 11-game winner out of the bullpen in 2010. That's not easy to do. He had 19 decisions coming out of the bullpen.
That's a combination of things, pitching well and having some pretty good fortune to be in there when your team came back and won a game.
He was 11-8 in 78 games for the Nationals in 2010.
Wow. That Kevin Millwood won the ERA championship one year, and I don't think he had that many decisions.
Elvis takes high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Hayes 7 runs on 8 hits. Rangers 5 runs on 9 hits. Elvis has extended his hitting streak to 7 straight ball games. And a 5th inning double. Now he finds himself down in the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Clippard to the wind. 1-2 pitch is grounded out to short. Simeon throws out his counterpart. There are 2 gone here in the bottom of the 9th, and Delino DeShields is coming to the plate. He came to hit it right on the head. He talked about the wind being taken out of this, the air being sucked out of this ballpark. 7-run 8th inning. Certainly did that. Rangers trying to catch their breath and just don't have enough time in this ball game to do it adequately. Delino takes high for ball 1. DeShields came on as a pinch runner in the 7th inning for Prince Fielder. Delino a 143 average. Takes a strike to even the count. Finally got a clarification on the challengeable play that we saw with the pushing a runner off the bag. Tom, that is not a reviewable play.
Oh,
so you can't ask for a review on that. So it must have been something else that they were reviewing.
Okay. Whatever they did, it didn't take them very long to do it.
Right.
It's one of the quickest decisions we've seen.
Okay, they checked with New York to see if it was reviewable.
Oh, okay.
And they got the answer.
Well, I'm glad we didn't feel. I don't feel too bad about not knowing it wasn't reviewable. The umpires had to call and find out.
Yeah.
Boy, when you think of all the possible things that could possibly happen, I guess that's a tough one to make sure you've got it covered. Although they knew in New York you couldn't do it.
And that's the important place.
It is.
As long as they know we're okay. 2-2 to DeShields. Base is empty, 2 outs. He's leading 7-5 here in the 9th inning. Popped up. Foul territory. Muncy, the first baseman, makes the catch, and that is going to do it. Colby Lewis, after 6 shutout innings, thought he might have had win number 2 in the back pocket, but the A's come back with a 7-run 8th inning and lead with the first game of this series in hand. 7-5 the final. Josh Reddick, one of the big blows in that 8th inning. Big 2-run single. And take a look at our TXU Energy Power Player of the Game. Coming up for you, Mark Canha started that 8th inning off with a home run into the Ranger bullpen in right center field, 410 feet. Then to cap off the scoring, had a base hit to center, and that was the margin of victory right there, the home run, and then the RBI single. An RBI single made it a 7-5 game, and that's how it ends up here tonight. Dana and Mark will be back to wrap things up for you from the Captain Morgan Club right after this.